Hello, everybody out there. T here. I've got a real treat for you here today. I've got Miss Claire Evenson, who is my expert for the day. She is an expert on so much, it was hard for me to even choose. So we're probably just going to go through a whole bunch because she rocks. Let me tell you a little bit about this woman. She, like, you see those, like, Pinterest moms and, like, the Facebook moms that, like, it looks all perfect, and this is her, only she really is. Like, I've seen her in her environment, and it is her. Like, no joke. So I am like, you are my expert, you are my girl, because you rock it. I wanted to explain the hat. Should we explain the hat?
Let's do it.
All right, so right after I had my breakdown, and she sent me a gift package, and in this we have matching hats, and as you can see, too legit to quit. Word. We have been friends for 20 years as of August.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! We made it.
That's awesome. 20 awesome years. But as friendship, we've always been there.
Always. I can always count on you. How many kids do you have in their ages? You don't have to give names.
Okay, so I have 4 children. My oldest, her name's Elle, and she will be 12 on Thanksgiving. It was like a big one for me.
Gosh.
I was just talking to her, and I said, you know what? You're going to be 12. That means I only have 6 more years with you before you go to college. And I just started crying. And she was like, Mom. Fine.
She's probably like,
it's like a big deal for me. So she's 12. And then I have Fox, and he is 9. And just, like, the funnest kid. Like, he is so funny, always quick with his comebacks. He loves sports. He's just, like, he's a total fox. He's awesome. And then I have Xander. And when I say his name, my heart, like, just keeps growing. Like, I love this kid. He is, like, the most tender-hearted, sweet little boy. He's 7, just turned 7 last week. And he gives the best hugs. Very aware of people and their surroundings and who needs what, and just great. And then I have my little Olivia, and she is 2. She'll be 3 in December.
Oh my God.
She is a spitfire. This girl has brought me to my knees more than any of my other children. Like, she is just so fun and so busy, and she knows what she wants, and that's that. So I have just loved having all 4 different personalities, and they really have turned me into who I am because of them.
Because I cannot believe you have an almost 3-year-old that I do not know.
I know, that's bad.
Unacceptable. But you were pregnant with her last time I saw you.
True. So we'll count that.
We'll count that.
Okay.
There are so many different diseases that exercise can help alleviate or diminish or decrease your chances of having problems.
Right,
like
yeah.
Cardiac problems, having a stroke, having a heart attack, having vascular issues, diabetes, obviously like obesity, and just overall your body's not moving enough and circulating enough so it has the best kind of cells and oxygen that it can have. It's just kind of stagnant. Like, when you go swimming, do you want to go swimming in a stagnant pond that just is kind of built up with gunk? Or do you want to go to the ocean where you can see the bottom and it's just flowing? It's always moving. So a body in motion always stays in motion, right? So that's a lot of why I just had to throw that in there, because there are health reasons as
yes. Well. And one of my most favorite mottos, I even have a shirt that says it, an exercise shirt, is motion is lotion for our body. So it literally, when you're moving, it's like lotion for your joints and your, for your blood, just to be able to be pumping through your body. Mm-hmm. So motion is lotion. really. But like you say, you're right. Like, it does release those chemicals into your brain. So when people are having a really stressful day or they're dealing with something that's, on their mind, that is a way for them to release all those emotions is through exercise. It's documented that it does reduce stress in your life.
Totally agree. Have you seen the movie Legally Blonde?
Yeah. And 2.
Yeah. I like number 1 better, but...
Me too, for sure, yeah.
One of my favorite lines is because exercise increases endorphins, and endorphins make you happy, and happy people just don't kill their husbands.
Yes! Right?
So... not only is it good for you personally, it's good for your relationship too. You kill your partner.
That's right. Look at these opposites, all these positives with it.
So why are we not? Why aren't we?
Can I say something? So what you said, exercise makes you happy, and I just want to emphasize a little bit about happiness. I really feel like our children, or maybe your coworkers or your family, they learn or they absorb your energy. And so if you're happy, or you teach them how you're happy through this exercise, then they're learning this as well, especially my children. Like, I'm very big on being active with all of them. And so I feel like it's part of my job as a mom to teach them different ways they can find happiness. It's not always maybe what they might think it is, but that through fitness and doing things with a family, like hiking or bike riding or, playing football or soccer, or a big soccer family in the backyard, that is showing they can see me truly happy. And that's a good memory for my kids to have, is to remember me truly happy.
Right. And having those happy moments with you.
Yeah.
And being happy with you.
Right.
That's a very good point. I like it.
Okay.
I like it. See, this is why she's my expert.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, because of your busy schedule, how do you find the time? Because I know time is the big, I don't have time. That's the big excuse that we hear all the time why people don't exercise. I don't have time because I have a full-time job and I'm a mom, and, the list goes on. You are a very busy person yourself. How do you find the time for it?
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is psychologists, they say that if you have a negative feeling towards something, that it's best to flip it and turn it into a positive. So if you're saying, I'm just so busy, I don't have time to work out, you need to flip that in your head and say, you know what? Today I choose to make myself happy. And that is, getting a workout in. Or I choose me as a priority. And today I'm going to do what I want to do, or what I need to do. Or, today I choose to be active. I'm going to do something active for myself today. So right there, first, you need to flip that. I'm too busy. I'm too out of shape. I don't know where to start. You flip that and say, you know what? Today is the day I'm going to do something. So that is my number 1. Mm-hmm. But also, for me, I like having a schedule. So if I put everything in my phone, my calendar, my phone. So, I even put I have to bring dinner to a family tonight. And I wouldn't remember unless I put it in my phone 2 hours before I'm supposed to bring them dinner to make sure I have everything I need and start cooking on it. Mm-hmm. So for my exercise, I actually have it in my calendar. From this time to this time is for me. It is not a selfish thing. It is to make me better. And I think a lot of people get that. They have that in their head that this is selfish. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be. There's so much other things I should be doing. But it's not a selfish thing. It's something that you're doing to better yourself, to make yourself feel good. So putting it in my calendar. I also even have in my calendar, I put in 10 minutes, sit and read a book to one of my kids, or sit and talk about the day with this kid. So, I live by my calendar. But some people are just go with the flow and whatever. So I think just finding the best time of day for you that works. For me, it's morning. I have to get up before my kids are even up for school, and I'm home by the time they wake up. So I'm home, and then I'm ready to put all my time into them, get them ready for school, and out they go.
Right.
So that works for me. For my husband, he works out in the evening. I don't know how he does it, but he gets home, everybody is in bed. I usually go to bed, and then he goes to the gym. So whatever works for each person.
Right.
I definitely believe in finding a friend that will do it with you, or even if they don't do it with you, someone you can talk to and be like, hey, I'm starting this new 30-day workout, and will you be like my cheerleader? Will you check in with me and ask, how's it going? It's been a week. How you feeling? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Just someone who's interested.
Keep you accountable.
Exactly. Yeah. So definitely have that friend. And if you're like totally new and don't know any of this stuff, I say even get like a professional help, like get a trainer, or join a gym, and there's group classes at gyms. Get a workout DVD, something that sometimes I feel like when I spend money for something, like I'm gonna get my money out of it. Like I'm not gonna waste my money.
Right.
So if you put money into it, you might get stuff out of it that you're hoping to get.
Right. And I love how you mentioned it does not make you a selfish person for doing it. And I'm going to give a few reasons why that is not selfish. Because, for one, for me, at least, I feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I have time to do this, but I'm going to anyway. And I do it. And somehow I end up having more time in the day than I realized because I worked out in the morning. That's usually my best time. I'm more productive during the day. So it doesn't take me as long to do some things. My brain is more clear, so I can be more meticulous in time management, and it makes me more productive, and it makes me happier, like you said. And so, less time fighting with like significant others, or, if you go to work, then, you're going to be more productive at work. Your employer and employees will thank you. And then work can be a better environment because, like you said, you can be the example of, why, what are you doing so happy today? You can explain why. And it's infectious. I mean, if you're around someone who is very, like you said, high energy, it just kind of starts to rub off. And so if you can be that beacon for other people and the environment around you, that's huge for work, home, wherever you are. So it all just kind of ties in. And if you don't, especially mothers, I think we get into this, there's other things, like you said, I should be doing rather than this. We need to take care of ourselves so we can take better care of our family.
Amen, sister.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way. I did not do so well at that, and that's what got me where I'm at today. But we're getting there. We're working on it. We're making
That's right.
Yep.
Progress. Perfect.
Progress. Let's just say for the beginners. Never really been much of an exercise. Never been one to do it in high school or never got involved with it. And they're listening to us because we're awesome.
Word.
And we are now empowered. Now they feel ready. I'm going to make this decision, right? All because of this conversation. I feel like it's easier for those who have had a past or history of being active. Those who have never done it before, like you said, you get caught up in I don't know what to do, I don't know how, and everyone always kind of goes to kind of what we do. We're runners, we like doing videos and doing classes in the gym. Maybe that's not your thing. So how would you best jumpstart someone from very beginning just to get started?
Okay, I like this question. So the first and foremost important thing you must do is make sure you enjoy it, because you can spend all the money in the world and get a trainer and you hate it. And you go and you don't give it your all because you hate it. You hate being confined in a gym. You hate running on a treadmill. You'd rather be outside. So the first thing you have to do is figure out for yourself, what do you enjoy the most? Do you like to swim? That's a great exercise, you know, go swimming. Do you like just to take leisurely walks? That's great. Get outside, fresh air, go for a walk. Do you like to, I know somebody who does deep breathing, and that's her exercise. She will sit for 30 minutes and deep breathe. And that's, she likes to center herself and meditate that way. You know, maybe you like yoga. Maybe you really like to clean, and so you clean aggressively. Right? That can burn some calories.
I like that.
Maybe you used to dance as a kid and you think, oh, maybe I want to pick that up again, take a dance class. I think it's just, you need to find what's the best thing that you like to do. You know, if there's mountains around, we're out surrounded by mountains, and so I like to go hiking, and that's something that, again, I can incorporate my family with and have that family time, still get my fitness in, still get my connection with my children, and be outdoors with something that we enjoy. Maybe you're by the lake and you can go canoeing. You know, there's just so many different things. Like, fitness doesn't have to be, I got 60 minutes, I'm going to the gym, and I'm going to walk around and figure out what to do on this elliptical for 60 minutes. No, that's not going to work for a lot of people. So figure out what you like, what you enjoy the most, and then once you figure that out, then that's when the the accountability comes into play. You know, so you make a plan, figure out what you're going to do, schedule it out, so nothing else can interfere with it. And when I say schedule it out, I mean, like, put it down as if it was like a doctor's appointment. You know, like, and this is my doctor's appointment, that really, if you're becoming more healthy, so you're not having to go to the doctors because of this, but it's just as important to go to an appointment for something like for your health that it is to make this appointment for yourself to go and do this workout. Does that make sense?
I love that.
Okay.
Love that, because, and was at my doctor, she actually told me, you know, I'm on meds and we're working on all that. She's like, I want you to exercise. I want 30 minutes every day of you being active doing something. And it took me a little bit. I actually found yoga is my new, like, obsession. Awesome.
Okay. I'm taking the hat off.
All right.
Don't judge, ladies and gents. I worked out today and did not wash my hair.
And she still looks beautiful, right? Doesn't she make you want to throw up sometimes?
Whatever. Real quick, you introduced me as the Pinterest mom and everything is put together. I would just like to show you what the rest of my house looks like right now. So it looks good right now, right? Like, oh, look how clean it looks. Wow. But that's the part you can't see. My kids had a Nerf gun war. Hold on. We still have decorations from a birthday party we had like 2 weeks ago. Those are still up. The chairs are still up. And then I just want to show you one of my least favorite room in my house is my Lego room.
Oh, wow.
Do you see, this is supposed to be my exercise room. There's my treadmill,
right?
My TV.
It's been overrun.
My sewing machine. No. It's Legos. You guys hate it. So, you know,
I just think it's funny because you just had a birthday party. You obviously just had a birthday party with the same general time. Let me show you his bedroom door.
Oh yeah, love it. My boy still looks like that, but inside his room we also do streamers, like you have to army crawl out of his room. Those are still there.
Awesome.
Half ripped down from the 2-year-old, but you know.
You work with what you got.
Yeah.
Anyway, for those beginners, we talked about, you know, finding what it is that you enjoy and go with that. Even if it's just, I mean, I know it's wintertime and we don't really want to do it, but, you know, park far away to where we're wanting to go. Like if we're going grocery shopping. If we're in a building, you know, use the stairs. the elevator. I mean, there's things you can even just incorporate into your life.
There's lots of those little changes that you can make, for sure.
Right. Or, if you're at the park with your kids, like, you can do calf raises on the little wood boundaries with all the chips.
Yep.
And, I mean, you can do lunges. You can, hold, like, the sitting position, like, up against the wall that's there. Like, there's things you can do while they're running around instead of just sitting there being bored.
Yeah.
You know what? Too.
I did just go take the kids to the park yesterday because it's pretty warm here still. It's like in the 60s. And I decided I was going to be like the best mom ever. And we were going to play tag. And I played tag with them. And I was like huffing and puffing. And, it was like hard. And they were so fast. I could not catch them. They were so fast. But it was so much fun. I mean, I didn't play as long as they did because I was like, all right, guys, I'm tapping out. This is hard work. And then they kept playing, but at least I got a little bit. So if you can just get a little bit with your kids, I think they remember that and they love that.
Right.
But another thing for beginners, I would do this. I usually would do this after each of my kids. Like, I wasn't ready to do, like, full-on workout again. The doctor didn't okay you yet. But when we would watch TV, when the commercials would come on, that's the time I would get down and I would either plank or I would do a jumping jack or wall sit. I mean, there's lots of different things. If you have, like, a set of weights, I didn't have weights for a while, and so I actually used, like, frozen water bottles. Yeah. Or, like, canned soup. I mean, you can use whatever. Yes. Or your baby. Like, totally would use my baby and do, like, shoulder presses with the baby. Right? Like, there are things you can do in those little, commercials are usually, I don't know, what, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes? I don't know.
Something like that.
You can do a few sets of something in that time. Mm-hmm. That's a good little idea.
Agreed. Also, another thing, like, for beginners, I feel like sometimes they burn out maybe too early because maybe they try to do it, like, every day right away. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, this is too overwhelming. I would say, what would you say to that?
Okay, so I actually was just listening to a podcast about this. So I love listening to, get two things done at once. I listen to uplifting podcasts, or I listen to, like, scriptures or affirmations and stuff like that while I'm working out. So I get two things done at once.
Right.
Another mom hack. So I recommend, if you're just starting out, like, at the gate, like, brand new beginner, I would say 3 times a week. 2 to 3 times a week. And I wouldn't do more than an hour. Like, I think 45 minutes. But I did just read that if let's say you're going to do a 30-minute workout, doing 30 minutes consecutive is just the same as if you did 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, and 10 minutes in the evening. So that's just a new study that I read online. And we have to believe everything online.
Yeah.
No, totally don't. But this is just, like, one of those things I've read. And so if you can just get moving for those minutes, that's great.
Like you said, during a commercial even.
Whatever you can get in.
I'm going to throw in a nurse thing here that does not apply to those of you who are recovering from a heart attack or any kind of cardiovascular. Yes, it needs to be consecutive because you specifically are working on the muscle of your heart and making it stronger so it can pump less but more effectively. So that is not, I just had to put that disclaimer out there, not for cardiac patients. You need to have it consecutive. I'm sorry.
I like it.
Let's move on to maybe those who just have fallen off the bandwagon. Like, they have some experience, they know that that's what they're supposed to do, but they don't have the motivation, or, again, they feel like they don't have time, or they just need that jump start, but they already kind of know that they need to do it. They just need that extra, like, push. What would you say to that?
was hard because
it is a hard one.
Everybody is motivated by different things.
Right.
So, for me, my motivation was like, this is silly, but going on a vacation. So I knew I wanted to be fit. We went to Costa Rica. And so I knew there was going to be a lot of like hiking and physical activity, surfing, that kind of stuff. And I knew I didn't want to have to be like out of breath and be like, oh honey, you just keep going. I can't do it. I wanted to be able to
loved your surfing.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun!
Oh my gosh.
I totally nailed it before my husband, and I was like, yes, I'm finally better at something than you. Because he's like the man that can do anything and everything. So I was like, oh, I did it first!
Sorry, just had to say that when you mentioned it. I was like, she rocked it. She rocked it.
Thank you. First time ever. It was awesome. So that for me, like having some kind of goal, like by this time I want to do this. So that means I've got 4 months. I gotta kick it into gear, and this is what I'm gonna do for it. But you know what? With fitness, it's hard because with fitness also comes eating right. You know, and so
glad you're going there.
You can spend hours in the gym and it not show anything because of how you're eating. And so for me, I found a really good lady just on Instagram, and she actually lives out by me, and she does meal plans. She has like a whole book, and she has your shopping list, and so I bought one of them. It was like $50, and I basically followed that meal plan for 30 days, and I immediately started seeing like a difference. So I thought, well, this is like for real. This is legit.
Right.
Too legit. So
I love it.
I like that word, legit. And so definitely I did change a lot of how I ate. I ate a lot of more of plant-based, and you know, I cleaned out my pantry, and I tried not to eat things that were box prepared. So that's a big one. Another little hack I found was when I'm in the morning and I'm making like my husband's lunch or my children's school lunches, I make myself a lunch. Even though I'm home half of the time, you know, sometimes I'm running errands, which is even better too, because I pack my lunch, and then if we are out running errands, then I bring my lunch with me. Or if not, I have my lunch at home, but it's already prepared. It's not like 12:30 and I'm feeding my kid like mac and cheese, and I'm like, there's a little bit left in the pan and I'm hungry. I'm like, I'll just eat this. No, don't do that. You know, like, because I already have my lunch prepared.
Right.
But the preparation is like, I swear, the biggest part of eating healthy is preparing that food ahead of time. So you got these healthy, quick snacks to eat.
So, here's a big thing in my family, and I know we're not the only one, so this is why I want to bring it up. Food we use as a reward. Like, you know, you have a really good day, I'm going to have, you know, we're all going to go out for ice cream, or someone's birthday, we have a big meal, or we go out to eat, or I remember every skating thing I ever did, the first thing we did when I was done was celebrate with some food, right? So it's like a reward. I think we need to find a different reward. Like, underneath this, my stomach has never been stronger. Like, I've never felt like my core has been more stable and strong. You can't tell because of what I've been eating.
Right.
It's covered up. So, like you said, it isn't just about fitness. It is about what you eat. What would you say top 2 things to get rid of in your diet? Or at least, I hate to say get rid of, but make it very limited.
Okay, so number 1, limit all drinks. No soda, no Mountain Dew.
I know.
That's what we used to love. I haven't actually had pop in forever. Once in a while I'll have it, and I can feel like, whoa, this is like too much. Like, my body's not used to this. So you need to get rid of that stuff. That's got so much sugar in it, and even like this diet stuff, it has aspartame, and that's not the greatest thing for you either. So I mean, the best thing for your body is water, right? We're made out of water. What is it, like 70% of us is made out of water?
Yep.
So we need to replenish that with water, especially when you're working out and you're sweating and you're losing all that water. You need to drink a lot of water. I love putting fresh lemon in my water. If I don't have lemon, I have essential oils, and I will put a few drops of lemon essential oil in too.
Love it.
I have like my big thing of water. I have a different, whatever. So today is a straw one. You got yours? A little drink, so good. If you always have this with you, I mean, this comes with me. I'm like a weird one. This one, it comes with me anywhere. Like, no joke, I go to the movie theater with like a water bottle. Yeah. I get my water in wherever I'm going. Okay.
Love it.
So there you go. So that's my number one. And number two, I would say treats or desserts, which is really like the love of my life. Like that Halloween candy.
Yeah.
So good. But
and that's how you and I used to like bear our problems was we would talk and eat.
It's the junk food. I know. Oh my gosh. Or how we would study for our exam eating our candy. Like we love candy. It's so good.
And pop.
And yeah. It's true. Like we're getting better.
Yeah. We're growing up.
So I was thinking also, I was just thinking about this the other day, like the way Americans eat, how for breakfast it's totally normal to have a muffin. Well, a muffin is like a dessert. It's a dessert basically. Right. But we're eating it for breakfast. So
it's like a cake with blueberries in it.
Pretty much, And we justify it like, oh, it's got blueberries. That's totally healthy. Well, what would be better is an actual bowl of blueberries. Let's try that. So I'm not saying I'm perfect at this because I love my sweets probably more than anybody you know. But like, let's limit it. Let's just start with limiting it, and be mindful. This is another thing. We need to be more mindful of what we're eating. So like for breakfast, we have our breakfast, and then maybe we have like a muffin or whatever. And then later in the afternoon, we have lunch, and then we're kind of getting hungry. It's like 2, 3 o'clock, and we might snack like on a candy bar or some leftover cake from a birthday party or some kind of dessert. And then we have dinner, and then for dessert, we have ice cream. Those are 3 desserts you had in one day. Like, maybe we should limit it down to 1.
Right.
Save it and be like, oh, I really want these M&Ms. I'm looking at these things of M&Ms right now.
Nice.
They're almost gone. But, I really want them, but I'm like, do I really need them right now? Or maybe I should wait until later when I'm like, that's all I can think about is I want just a few M&Ms. So kind of plan it out maybe in your day when you're going to have your sweets if you're going to limit it.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's easier because, if you're anything like me, as soon as you tell me not to do something, that's the first thing I want to do. Like, so you tell me I can't have Mountain Dew, and on that day I'm probably going to have the most I've had in the last year. Just start cutting back. Just start limiting, making some rules, but attainable rules. Because if you don't make your rules or your goals like realistic, you're going to fall off the bandwagon completely. Mm-hmm. And I think another important thing is when you do fall off the bandwagon, because we all do. Yeah. We don't always, like you said, I'm not 100% on it either. But this is water and not Mountain Dew.
So there you go.
Yeah, so there we go. But
the more you do it too, the easier it becomes a habit. Right? They say it takes 3 weeks to make something a habit. If you just keep doing it and working on it, it becomes a lot easier. And honestly, like I have a friend who, she would go to Chick-fil-A, no joke, 3 times a day for Diet Coke. And she's been off of it for a month. And she's like, I just had to like get past those few weeks. And every time I'd feel like an itch, like, oh, I want to go get one, she's like, I grab my water. Mm-hmm. So she would replace that. So you can replace that habit with something else that's healthier or better.
Right. So, and cutting down if you're one of those people who, drink a lot like I used to, when you cut down, I would recommend cutting down, not cold turkey. I was miserable and I was cranky. But once I got past it, like you said, it's just easy. It's easier. Well, unfortunately, I fell off the bandwagon again. But I was on the bandwagon for quite a while. But then I...
Well, see, I like that. Be proud of that you were off of it for a while. Maybe that you were back on the wagon again. And, you fell off of it and you fell off again, but you got back up. And that's the part we need to remember and not focus on, oh, crap, I screwed up again and I'm back doing these bad habits again. Well, that's going to happen because that's life, when you mess up or you don't get a workout in because, like, my son was sick yesterday, and so I didn't end up going and getting my workout in. And that's okay. Like, that's just how it is. So today's a new day, and here we go.
Right. How is the buddy system for you? Do you like working out with other people? Do you like working out alone? Running? What do you do?
Okay, so I've done all different things. So right now I'm doing something different than I've done before. But I really do like having a running group where we go out because we get up early, we go on a run, and I feel like I get some adult interaction. Since I am a stay-at-home mom, I do work from home, but a little, not very much. And so I don't get a lot of that adult interaction. So my husband would come home, and I'm like, talking about everything, and he's like, wow, because I haven't been able to pass besides
right.
And so I do enjoy going on runs with friends because we get to, just talk and have girl time. But right now I am working out. I go to the gym by myself, and I feel like for me right now, I need that time in my head to think. That's when I listen to my scriptures. I listen to TED Talks. Whatever I feel like.
TED Talks.
I know. Whatever I feel like I need. I also watch my shows on like Netflix or This Is Us, my favorite show ever. I watch those while I run on the treadmill because it's cold out, so that's what I'm doing right now. But I also, my church does a workout class Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And you can bring your kids to this. So that's really fun. So my kids just like run, well, I just bring one because the other ones are in school, but they just run around and play with each other in the gym. And we're in the gym too. And so Tuesdays and Thursdays we do a strength class. And so someone teaches, and we bring our own weights and we do our workout, and it's an hour. And that's fun too because we're talking and,
Right. Sweating together.
Yeah, sweating together, There's nothing like sweating and looking hot mess together. And then Wednesdays is a Zumba class, which I just learned. I started doing that this year, and I didn't know that I would love it, but it's like my one class I'm like, I am not missing for anything.
Right.
So Wednesdays is my Zumba class, and I just love it. So that works. That's what works for me. But, some people just are introverts. They just want to be by themselves and do their own thing, and that's great. Other people thrive on the energy of others, and so they need to work out with a buddy.
I think it's also important that, some people say, well, I can't afford to work out because I can't go to the gym, or I can't buy DVDs, or whatever. Girl.
YouTube.
I am almost solely a YouTube person right now on like everything I do because I use it I follow 2 girls for yoga that I love, and just depending on my mood is who I pick to do that day. It's all on YouTube and it's all free. So there is, money cannot be an excuse because you can go on YouTube and find whatever level you're at, whatever you're looking for. You got to have fun. And if you're not having fun, you got to find something else to do.
That's not the right thing for you.
Yeah. Because I believe everyone can find something.
Yeah. Agree, 100%.
What would you tell someone that is experienced and well-versed in that? How to make the most out of a little bit of time? You know what I'm saying? Like, get the big bang for your buck. What would be a good but effective, something they could do every day?
Well, if you're short on time, the best thing would be the HIIT workouts. Those high intensity workouts? Mm-hmm. Those, you burn the fastest and most amount of calories in the shortest amount of time. So
I don't know.
YouTube it. YouTube HIIT. It's HIIT workouts.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up.
That's if you're short on time, that's probably the best thing for you.
Okay. And so, is that more for like experts? Like you already know how to do most of the moves because it's so quick. For beginners?
No, I think beginners could probably. You can even probably search beginner HIIT workouts.
Oh well, that.
If you wanted something like that.
Right. Okay.
But they're usually shorter time frames with high intensity.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sweating after.
Right.
So that'd be my recommendation.
How do you, because again, I've watched you in action and you are just like ebb and flow. It's like not work for you. Like you go from like, okay, kids are gonna have breakfast, send you off to school, have a great day, and now we're gonna have playtime with this one, and then like you're the perfect mom because you're like always happy and so sweet and your kids are well behaved, and then like I watch, your husband come home and you are still this sweet, upbeat, like, hi honey, how's your day? That most people only have like in the honeymoon stage, you know what I mean? You guys have married what, 13 years? Mm-hmm. and you're still just so in love and you're such a team. How do you balance it all?
That's a great question. Kind of a loaded question. Oh my God. So the thing I've learned to do is I say no a lot. Meaning, I've been practicing this actually. When I'm asked to do certain things, and I know, like, if I say yes to this, that means I'm saying no to something else, and that something else is probably going to be my family. And so I really pick and choose. I pray about things to see what's the best thing that my path needs to go. It helped. I didn't volunteer as much as I had been. So by saying no, I'm saying yes to my family.
Right.
There are some things that I do say yes to because I know it's something that I need personally, or it's something I really love to serve people. That's where I feel very happy and comfortable doing.
You're really good at it.
And so I just love it. And so, and it fills me if I'm serving and helping others. And so I say yes to those things. So it just kind of depends on what it is. So by saying no, I'm also freeing up more time to be able to do the things I do with my family. So my husband and I, we go on a date. We try to do at least once a week to go on a date. And someone told us once that the money you spend on a date, like a date night once a week, is worth it versus spending money on a therapist, like because you're trying to fix things. Now, I think like seeing a therapist, a relationship therapist is great. Like I think all spouses, all couples could totally benefit from that. But if you're going to go see one because you guys are about to be divorced, that's a different story.
Right.
And so we really focus trying to have that one-on-one time once a week with each other that has no kid interruptions, and where we can really talk about like our aspirations and goals, and and sometimes our dates have been going to Walmart and getting groceries because I didn't make it during the whole week. It doesn't have to be these like extravagant dates or even dinner and a movie. One time we couldn't get a babysitter, and so my husband went and got our takeout, and we put a movie on for our kids, and we went in the backyard and had our dinner by the fire pit. Like that was our date. So, or we go for a walk around the lake. It's like really simple things, but it doesn't even have to, it can be like a half an hour of us time, and that's all it takes. So, so I do that. I also, with my kids, so I wish I could go on an individual date with them, but we've tried it, and I haven't been able to do it. So we go on mom dates, they're called. And so I'll take them, like, after school, and they'd never know when they're coming. So it's like, surprise mom date.
Aww.
And we do, we have passes to, like, the museum. So we'll go to the museum, and then I'll let them, they all have to decide on a place, and we'll go out to dinner or something. Or we do crafts. We do lots of crafts. Or we do mom date, we're going to learn how to make bread. Or, you know, just little things like that. Yeah. Their least favorite is mom date, we're going to learn how to clean the bathroom the right way. But then we always...
I thought that'd be their favorite.
I know. But then we always end in something fun. So, that's just what works for me. So that's how I balance, I think, that relationship with my husband, my children, myself. I balance myself by getting that fitness in. For me, it's in the early morning before anybody's even awake. And, you know, it took a while to get used to getting up that early. It was rough, but after a while, my natural clock was just to wake up early, and so it just worked. Another thing for my self-care help is so my kids go to school all day, and then my 2-year-old's home, and so when she took a nap in the afternoon, I decided I wasn't going to do anything for the house. I wasn't going to clean. I wasn't going to do any of the dishes. I wasn't going to food prep. I wasn't going to do anything that I could do later. It was going to be just my time. So I'll read a book. Right now I'm reading Wonder, which is excellent. Recommend that book. I also wanted to kind of develop my own talents. And so I wouldn't say that I'm a talented painter, but I enjoy painting. And so, I took a couple classes in high school, but that was it. So I bought canvases and my paints, my brushes, and I would set it up so when she would take a nap, I would actually watch a YouTube video step by step on how to paint. And I've painted several pictures, and I actually put them up in my house, and my kids are always like, I love it, Mom, where they can see where it takes a few days to get my painting done, and so they're really proud of me that I'm doing this. And their friends will come over, and they're like, look, my mom painted that chicken, or whatever I did that day, you know?
Right.
And so it's fun to see them proud of me for doing something, like I'm trying to develop a talent. So that's my self-care. I work on myself during that time period where I know I could be doing a million other things, but that's something I try to dedicate that time for me.
And there's times where, like, I'll be drawing, and my son will come up and be like, I'm going to draw this. I was like, all right. So we, like, sit down and draw together. Like, it becomes something you can do together, and it teaches them things that they can do at home where they don't always have to be stimulated. This was funny. We did, like, a photo shoot. Like, we always take in the fall, like, mother-son, like, family pictures or whatever. And I think we have 3 different poses of yoga poses that we do together. I love it because he's so proud.
You know, like, kids, they need routines. Like, they need,
yes.
they know what they like, what they don't like. I think when they start feeling, like, overwhelmed or they're not sure, that's when they start wanting those electronics, I feel like. Mm-hmm. Because they feel uncomfortable. They're like, oh, I don't know what to do now, and that's the first thing they go to. But if we can teach them all these different things that they could be interested in and learning and do it with you, right. I think we're just helping them out tenfold.
Is there anything else, ad-libby, that you would like to talk to the woman of the world, probably more United States, but maybe this will go worldwide. You never know.
Let's go.
What message would you like to spread around?
I would say, do this. Okay, so write this down, everybody. This is a good one.
Get your pen and paper out.
Ready? So you should do the things you need to do to feel the way you want to feel. So soak that in for a second. So do the things you need to do to feel the way you want to feel.
I love it.
Yeah, that's
so profound.
So if you are, living your life right now and you're watching this and you're like, yeah, I need to get going on life. Like, I need to get better at doing this or that or that. Recognize that feeling, because I think a lot of times we kind of push feelings away because we don't know what to do with them. It's like, it's too much. Like, and we suppress these feelings, right? Like, we're really good at this.
Yeah, I'm really.
But we need to feel what we need to feel, and to be able to feel how we want to feel, we need to change something, and we need to do something to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So you just do the things you need to do to be able to feel the way you need to feel.
I love it. I love it. Kind of along with that, my new thing is, like, I don't want any regrets. Like, there has never been a single workout that I've done that I've regretted doing.
No.
I've never regretted a workout that I did. But there are plenty of times where I've gone to bed going, like, I regretted not working out.
100%, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, from now on, like you said, you have to feel what you feel. And it's never wrong. How you feel is never wrong. How you react to those feelings can be wrong, but the feeling itself isn't. Well, thank you so much for taking your time. I know you don't have much, so I totally appreciate you taking your time to talk to us today. It's been great catching up with you. We have to do this more often.
Thanks. I feel honored, and I love you, and good luck to everybody. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. Have grace with yourself.
Awesome. Love it, and love you.
Love you.
So we had our birthday
5 days
party.
apart?
Is it 5? I don't remember if it was 5 or like...
No, 7.
7?
They're a week apart. Yeah.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you were due... You were due first.
Yeah, my kids don't like to come out.
Well, mine like to come out 11 pounds. We all have our crosses.
Right.
Since you did that, all right. So, I'm going to go, sorry, we really, like, sidetracked there.
Bring it back, girl.
Bring it back.
But, what was the question?
Like, well, I was like, how often?
Oh, how
like,
often?
Not doing it too much. You know, you can. That. 6 liters a day. 6 liters a day. Because I would go to the cafeteria and get the big, like, jumbo ones, you know, and I'd have it down. Like,
did you have to pee like every 30 minutes?
I'm a nurse. I'm not allowed to pee. But by the end of my shift, yeah, I had to pee like a racehorse. And there would be times where, like, I don't care if there's someone dying at this point. I have to pee or I'm going to pee my pants. So can you cover for me for a minute? That'd be great. Telling on myself time. My meds makes me very dizzy, like kind of off balance.
Yeah.
My balance isn't great. And my favorite thing is yoga. That's like a terrible combination.
Yeah, that's not good. It's all about balance.
Yeah. And, you know, my doctor's like, yeah, well, the more you do it, you know, the better you'll get. I do think I'm getting a little better with the balance thing, but, like, there's times where I'm, like, falling in, like, the craziest positions. And you have to laugh about it. Like, don't take it so seriously. Like, be able to laugh at yourself. Like,
that's the best medicine right there.
Then you shower or dry shampoo. I love my
dry shampoo. It's the best thing ever.
Best thing ever. I don't know who invented it, but kudos. Okay, do you have anything else that you want to ad-lib and talk about, whether it be about fitness or, that's the other question I want to ask you before you can ad-lib. I'll let you ad-lib, I promise. Sorry.
Are we starting again?
Yes, we're starting again. Sorry.
Okay. So, back to my kids.
I'm going to include the race that you and I did that I, like, broke my ankle and don't believe me.
Can we just talk about that race real quick? Okay, so she was living in Texas at the time, and I was training for a marathon, and I was like, we gotta do a race while I'm there. I gotta get my miles in. And so like, let's just do a 5K. So she signs us up for a 5K. And it's like, how far away was it? We had to drive like 2 hours.
I think it was like an hour and a half.
Okay, so we had to drive to it early in the morning. We get there. We're like, why are there so many dogs here? Like, everybody brought their dogs to this race. I still haven't sure. It was like the pause race or something. It was
I don't remember.
The pause race. And she was like, I don't know. I just signed up for one. And we ran with everybody's dogs, and we were the only ones with no dogs there. But while we were running, she tripped on a dog leash, right? Or was it a dog?
No, it was the dog. Like, the dog, like, ran in front of me and stopped to pee. Like, right in front of me. I'm like, what?
You twisted your ankle. It was not funny at the time. It felt so bad. You had to limp the rest of the way.
I did. That was very painful. And, like, I could tell both of you were, like, thinking I was kind of being a pansy until I, like, took my shoe off and it was, like, black and huge. I was like, see? I am not a whip.
Oh, my gosh. That was the best. Oh, good times. Good times.
But we laughed doing fitness, and you know what? Like I said, I don't regret that day, and I even got injured. Like, I do not regret that day. In fact, obviously, it's now a fun memory.
So,
like,
for some reason, I can't hear you anymore. Like, at all? I don't know what happened. I can barely.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit. It was weird. It said my house was calling me. I don't think my 2-year-old can call me.
That would be funny.
That was weird. But I hear her. She's starting to wake up.
Okay.